So, good morning and welcome back to Daily Transfer Update. Today, we're going to start off talking about Hector Bellerin. Let's get straight into it. Reports are coming out of Spain and England right now that Hector Bellerin is subject of a bid of around £38 million, which, when I see that, I thought that was kind of cheap. Although he has fallen way off the wagon. He is so far away from what he used to be. But that is from Barcelona. Now, like I said, the reports that are coming out that they want him as their right back. He's struggled this season. He's 24 years old, as we know, and he's really struggled this season with injuries. Obviously, he had that long layoff from the middle of last season all the way through to this season. He's only made 7 appearances this season, which is pretty damning, really. He pulled up in training the other night, the warm-up, should I say, for the game against West Ham, and it's just not really gone for him this season. It ain't really gone for him last season. We all remember when Hector broke into the team. It was like, oh my God, this kid's going to be a superstar. He's kind of gone away from that. And it's pretty sad to have watched it, actually, because I remember against Alaba, when we beat Bayern Munich at home, I remember that, he literally legged it. I think it was 60 yards or something, and he beat Alaba to the ball. He squared it, and then we scored. That pace has just disappeared. Now, listen, I'm not one to dig out people for their diets and stuff like that. Does his diet have something to do with that? Obviously, it's well documented that he's turned to vegan, a vegan lifestyle. I've never tried that myself. I couldn't tell you whether that makes any difference, which is why I'm asking. Would that make a difference to him? Would that mean that he loses a bit of pace? Would that mean that his muscles are not as strong? I don't know. I'm not in that field. I don't really understand how that all works. But I'm putting it out there. I'm just asking. Is it something that he's not doing right in training? Is he doing too much in training? Is he lifting too much weight? I don't know. But there's definitely something not quite right with him. And he's gone from being a fit, healthy young lad into being a quite injured mid-20s lad now. That his body's probably late 20s. Seriously, when I see him play, he looks so slow. And he seems to have lost his pace so quickly. It's just mad. Obviously, we know that he came from Barcelona in the first place. It's probably his dream to sometimes, maybe in his career, go back and play for them. I don't know. Listen, Cesc Fabregas did that. We all know how that ended up. And he ended up at Chelsea, yeah. So, great. But as for Bellerin, how's his career gone for me at Arsenal? I don't think he's lived up to the hype, if I'm being honest. He's gone way too far with this fashion stuff. And listen, it's up to him if he wants to do all of that. It's his personal life. But when he's splashing it all over social media, then people are going to have a comment on it. Same as what I'm doing. When I'm putting this out there, people are going to have a say about what I'm doing as well. So, listen, for me, I think he's took his eye well off the ball with his football. I genuinely believe that. He's on over 110 grand a week at Arsenal. And he just seems to not really be interested in football. He genuinely doesn't. There was the famous interview that he done for Oxford Uni where he started slagging off a fan channel, a.f.c, saying that it's negative, it's not a fan, how can you profit off losing and stuff like that. Well, listen, Hector, you do that every week, mate. Yeah, or have done for a very long time because you've been a massive part of why we've been crap. Not solely his fault, I get that, but this is what I'm saying. The guy talks too much. He comes out with little speeches the other week saying, we all need to back the club as fans. We all need to back... Well, hang on, that's what we do every week, mate. It's not our fault you were crap, yeah, as a collective. And the fans are going to say what they see. And if you don't like that, then you're in the wrong game, mate, because football fans will tell you exactly how they feel. And why shouldn't they? They pay a lot of money, especially at Arsenal. We pay the highest prices to go and watch them. So I just think that it's kind of sad how it's all gone. Would I take 38 million? Probably in the grand scheme of things, yeah. Is he worth more than that? Probably. In terms of age, in terms of ability, probably not. But in terms of age and length of contract that he has, I'd imagine that he probably is worth about 45 upwards. I'd take 38 right now. I'm not even lying. I'll even book his flight. I don't think he's that good. Defensively, he's shocking. Positionally, he's shocking. His pace is dead. He can't cross a ball. What does he do? Can somebody tell me what he does? Like I said, it's sad how it's gone, because when he burst onto the scene, he could defend, he could track back, he could cross a ball, and he did have the work rate, and he did have the ability. It seems to have just like that gone. And like I said, I think that's probably down to the fact with him taking his eye off the ball massively, in terms of the whole fashion thing that he's on about. And again, I just want to reiterate that he can do whatever he wants in his private life, but if that's affecting your Arsenal life, and I'm a fan of Arsenal as I am, then I'm going to have say something. I'm going to say something about it. And if people don't like it, well, that's up to them. It's my opinion. But there we go. Enough of Hector. Let's move on to Paulo Sousa. Unbelievably, Paulo Sousa is linked to the Arsenal job. It's kind of mad. He's the former Leicester manager, QPR manager. He's currently at Bordeaux. He used to manage Swansea as well. He's currently at Bordeaux. They're actually doing all right. They're fifth in the league. They're fifth in the league out there. They're doing all right. But do I want Paulo Sousa as Arsenal manager? Hell no. No way do I want this guy as Arsenal manager. It just seems like every man and their dog are linked to the Arsenal job right now. Can we just go and get a manager? I'm sick of this thing going on and on and on. Pick a man, put the money on the table for him, tell him that's how much he's got in January, tell him there's the contract length, the terms and conditions. Boom, done. You're now unveiled as Arsenal manager. How hard is it? We're still a massive football club, regardless of how crap we've been. Please just go out there and go and get a manager. Not him, not Vieira, not Freddie. Go and get a proper manager. The guy's doing all right in France. Fair play to him. Fair play to him. I don't want him. He's not that big name that we need, that proper decent coach that we need, the guy that's going to come in and inspire the team to do better. No way should that guy be anywhere near our club. I don't want him. Leave your thoughts and comments down below about him. Also do likewise on what I spoke about Bellerin. What are your thoughts on Bellerin? Would you take the money for Bellerin right now? Let me know. Leave your comments down below on that. But like I said, Paulo Sousa, nah. Last but by no means least, I'm going to talk about something that Tony Cascarino said on TalkSport. Anyone who doesn't know who Tony Cascarino is, he used to be a footballer. He wasn't a very good footballer. He was all right. He weren't great. But he weren't too bad. I can't lie. He was all right. Chelsea he played for him. He played for Ireland. But yeah, he's had a go at Aubameyang for his work rate. Now, whilst I kind of agree with some of the stuff this guy said, at the same time, I don't as well. He's basically saying that he's the laziest guy in the team, along with Mesut Ozil. Now listen, Mesut Ozil, 100% agree with him on that. Aubameyang's not the second laziest player in the team. Aubameyang's movement in and around the box is probably better than anyone's in the Premier League. I do think he does need to do more off of the ball. But I just find it funny when people that didn't score as many goals as Aubameyang come out and criticise Aubameyang. Us as fans, it's different. We support the club. Yeah, we've got a different kind of say. He's saying that on national radio as an ex-footballer who should have a little bit more about him to criticise a striker who scored more goals in his career than he has scored in his career. I just don't understand that one little bit. But again, who am I? Who am I to judge Tony Cascarino? Leave in the thoughts and comments down below. Do you think he's right though? Do you think he is lazy, Aubameyang? I see him running up and down the pitch against Norwich the other week, and he worked his absolute backside off. Last couple of nights ago against West Ham, yeah, I do think he was kind of lazy in that game. Never jumped for headers, but at the same time, like I said, I don't think if you're an ex-footballer who used to be a striker that didn't score as many goals as somebody you're criticising, that's just a stupid argument. Leave it down below. Let me know your thoughts on that, Bellerin and Paulo Sousa. And I will be back later on with a press conference reaction after Freddie does the press conference for the Liège game. And I will then be back with my preview for the game after that. So until then, later.